this is Jim Lakey with news and announcements for St. John and Maxville, Kansas on Cable Channel 3 and on SandylandCenter.org, our website. Today is Monday. It's the 16th of March. The temperature outside at noontime is 68 degrees here in the square. And we're looking for a super temperature today. Today is sunny. The high temperature today is predicted to be 86, which is a big improvement over some of the temperatures we had a couple of weeks ago. But then we're going to have a little bit of more cloudy weather. Tuesday, partly cloudy and windy with 59 the high. Wednesday, cloudy and 57. Thursday, cloudy and 63, and they have a little bit of a 20% chance maybe of some rain, but they are predicting cloudy. And then Friday and Saturday, both sunny, 70 on Friday, 77 the high on Saturday. We have no birthdays or announcements today. But happy birthday to Carol Nelson and Mackenzie Hacker, and happy anniversary to Dawn and Marlene Warnke. We hope that you have really great birthdays and anniversaries. Then we have our announcements, and many are the same, but we have a few new ones. But we do want to remember that the Lenten breakfast sponsored by the St. John Hudson Ministers is on Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the morning at the First United Methodist Church. And they have a light breakfast and some singing and a homily and a good chance to talk to friends. And it's good when you get the Christian people from several churches all together at once. That makes for a happier time. Then we're having Candidates Night on the 26th of March. And it starts at 7 o'clock. It's in the library. And it starts at 7 o'clock, and it's for both city council candidates and school board member candidates. So we hope everyone will come out. And I understand that some of the candidates really don't want to be interviewed or to be at the meeting because I guess they don't have to answer any questions, but I think that's interesting. So come on out and see who is brave enough to show up if they're running for office to meet the people. Then we have the citywide cleanup. And everything has to be ready by the 30th, but it goes on from the 30th until the 3rd. So everything has to be out at curbside at 8 o'clock Monday the 30th. And you need to sort things out. And piles of different things have to have 2 feet in between each pile and be parallel with the curb. And it says piles that are not separated will not be picked up. And since that's the case, I know very often there are some things out there that people are just throwing away and other people could use them. So if you go to somebody's place and there's something out there that you would like, I'm sure they'll be happy that you would take it and could use it, but please don't mess up the pile too bad, or else the city won't pick up the rest of the things. So if you're picking something up, good, but make sure the pile stays intact. And items they pick up are microwaves, scrap metal, and appliances with no freon, brush and tree limbs that are stacked parallel to the curb, construction waste including lumber, concrete and bricks, furniture, clothesline poles. It says the concrete must be removed, and carpet, which has to be separate. Okay, and they will not pick up VCRs, TVs, and computers, hazardous material, no paint, tires, plastic wading pools and garden hoses, batteries, items put in bags or boxes, leaves, items with the freon still in them, items that the Stafford County Trash Service will pick up, and mattresses or box springs. So it's a good thing to be thinking about and getting a head start now, because the 30th is coming very fast. I know it always happens to me that I find out and say, oh my, I haven't done it yet, and it's only one day left. Makes it hard. Then the Recreation Commission has its meetings that we've talked about before, their trips, and they're going to the lunch at the Dutch Kitchen and checking out Stutzman's and Glenn's bulk foods on Thursday. And let's see, it's $7 for the trip. They leave at 10:30, and you need to call in and make a reservation. Then again, Thursday the next week is Lunch Bunch, and they're going to a traditional German food place at Inman Harvest Cafe. They leave at 10, come back at 2:30, and it's $8, and it's traditional German food. Then there's the casino trip, which everybody I'm sure is familiar with. That'll be the last day of the month, March 31st. They're going to Dodge City, and you can go to the shopping mall also. And they leave at 8, come back at 4, and the fee is $8. And then we have the menus. So today, at the VIP Center in Maxville, at the fellowship meal, they're having chickens and noodles and mashed potatoes. On Tuesday, chicken pot pie, and on beef, on Friday, they're having beef and beans. Now, at the Sunflower Center, the fellowship meal here in St. John is chili today, corned beef and cabbage with potatoes O'Brien on tomorrow, and on Wednesday, beef stir-fry with broccoli and carrots and lots of other good things. And that's all the news and announcements we have for you at this time. Stay tuned after the word of the day for a little bit of information about God's story. The word of the day is this: character is not made in a crisis, but it is exhibited. This is Jim Lakey, hoping you'll have a terrific week, and we're going to have a beautiful, warm day today.
This is your story.
This is your story.
This is your story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
But most of all,
this is the greatest story ever told.
this is God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
I know you're going to enjoy the incredible journey you're about to embark on. The story is brimming over with tales of mystery, intrigue, adventure, of love, heartbreak, and triumph, of power, of struggle, and finally, of redemption. But remember, the Bible is not 100 ancient, unrelated paintings, but a mural all knitted together to tell the story of God's great love for us and the extent to which He will go to get us back. I know you're really going to enjoy and appreciate this wonderful experience as you fully explore how we all fit into the greatest story ever told, God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
pastor of First Southern Baptist Church here in St. John on the corner of 2nd and Exchange. We would like to invite you to come and join with us as we look at God's story, the story of God's interaction with man. We'll begin on September the 7th at 9:30 a.m. with a worship service, followed by at 10:30 with Sunday school. This is a study for everyone in the family. All of the children, young people, adults will be studying the same lesson so that we can talk about it at home as we go through the week. We invite you again to come and join us on this 31-week study of God's story and man's story.